Hello, and thanks for choosing PowerBreezer. In this video, we will be showing you the process for changing out the PB4 Plus marine water pump, part number 150600081-B. For this one technician procedure, you will need a complete socket set. A drill with socket attachments is optional, an M10 box end wrench, and a small flathead screwdriver. Before we begin, please make sure the unit has been unplugged. We will begin by using the socket wrench or drill to release the M13 retaining bolts at the back of the unit. This will allow us access to the e-box. Flip the e-box over to allow access to the cover screws. Using the box end wrench, remove the two retaining screws holding the e-box cover in place. Identify the pump power cable. On max and base units, this will easily be identified by the control board attached to it. Titan units will not have the control board, so you will need to identify the wires going into punch downs 3 and 4 as the pump. Use a small screwdriver or some other object to depress the punch down keys at 3 and 4 to remove the wires. If the control board is present, unwrap the protective tape and remove the 3 wires going into the control board punchdown. Remove the control panel from the unit for easy access to the wiring channel for the pump. To do this, use a small flathead screwdriver to gently pry it up. Pull the cable we disconnected from the e-box through the pathway provided inside the tank. Then disconnect the tubing from the shark bite connection. Now we can install the new pump by first connecting the tubing to the shark bite connector. Make sure that the cap is tightened all the way. Using a regular zip tie, secure the cable to the tubing and cut off the excess zip tie length. Now, run the cable back through the same hole we pulled the already existing pump cable from. Grab the cable as it comes through. Now, use a zip tie to secure the cable to the support pillar in the tank near the cable pathway. Now, run the cable back through the small hole leading back down to the e-box. Close up the keypad by gently pressing it into place. Reconnect the cables to the control board, if it exists on your model, using first ground, then speed, then power. Then punch down the wires positive to 3 up and negative to 4 down in the terminal. Then reapply the electrician's tape to the control board to keep it from making contact with the surrounding components. Make sure, as you replace the e-box cover, cables are spaced out and not overlapping. Replace the size 10 retaining screws and tighten. Flip the e-box over and arrange the cables to allow space, and mount the e-box to the back plate using the size 13 bolts. You have now completed this process.